Hi, I'm Tom from Take Time to Travel. I'm at Butchart Gardens, which is about a 30-minute drive from Victoria, BC. Butchart Gardens is open year-round, and I came just before Christmas, so I got to see the Christmas lights. Let's go have a look. This area is called the Sunken Garden, which was originally a limestone quarry. After the limestone was depleted from the quarry, Jenny Butchart envisioned a grand garden in its place, and in 1912 began transferring topsoil by horse and cart. Little by little, the quarry blossomed into today's sunken garden. Since then, the gardens have expanded quite a bit, but have remained in the family and have been designated a National Historic Site of Canada. You'll now find millions of bedding plants in over 900 varieties awaiting you as you wander the gardens. There are 55 acres of gardens with 26 greenhouses and 50 full-time gardeners. Right now it costs $21 for adults, $10.50 for youth, and $2 for children including tax. You can also get a 12-month pass for about 3 times the cost if you live in the area. I saw this little hummingbird. I'm not too sure how well you can see it on camera though. This area was beautifully decorated in Christmas colors and was a great spot for a Christmas card photo. This little cabin was very quaint. I loved how throughout my walk there were twinkling hanging ornaments. Let's go check out the next area. These trees were beautifully decorated with Christmas lights wrapped all the way to the top. In the background, you can see many of the other colorful Christmas light displays. I loved how the pathways were lined with garland and lights. It was truly spectacular. As I wandered along the path, I got to what is one of my favorite parts of the garden. This area had all of these little light-up balls on the ground, which changed colors in time to the music that they had playing. There were also these giant coastal redwood trees, which I've never seen before. This was a very memorable experience. The next area was the rose garden. In the winter, there aren't any blooms, but they did have a large, pretty blue ornament in the middle, as well as other festive decorations throughout. Leaving the rose garden, there's a pathway lined with arches covered in garland and lights. It was quite beautiful. At the end of the arches are more beautiful Christmas lights. Further along is a carousel with ladies dancing as part of the 12 Days of Christmas display. There's Little Bo Peep, the Wicked Witch of the West, Snow White, and Alice in Wonderland. The red lit up balls were stunning. I don't know how they got them that high up on the tree. Really, everywhere you looked at Butchart Gardens was just breathtaking. This area was another one of my favorites. Everything was beautifully decorated, and you could tell they spent a lot of time on all the little details. As it got closer to 4:30, the lights started to show up better on camera. This area was beautifully lit up and the blue tree looked spectacular. I loved the entire walk around Butchart Gardens, but the lights definitely showed up the best in the gardens in the last few minutes. I can see why Butchart Gardens is one of Victoria's most popular travel destinations. If you're looking for what to do in Victoria, BC, then I would recommend giving it a try. Now, I want to show you the afternoon tea that we had earlier in the day while we waited for it to get darker outside. Afternoon tea was located in the dining room, which was the original Butchart Family house. Let's have a look inside. The dining room had the fireplace going and had lots of windows all the way around to let in the natural light. The top layer on the stand had scones with Devon-style cream and fruit preserves. The middle layer had lots of different house-made sweets, and the bottom layer was filled with savory sandwiches. Afternoon tea cost $42.50 per person plus tax and tip. Here's a look at our menu.
I loved everything on the menu, but my favorite part was when you started with dessert, which was a sweet and creamy English trifle filled with chantilly cream, sponge cake, and berry compote. If you enjoy afternoon tea, then I recommend giving this a try. All of Butchart Gardens was absolutely beautiful, so if you're on Vancouver Island, it's one of those must-see destinations. Now, due to province-wide COVID restrictions, they're operating with reduced hours, and they turn the lights off at 4:30 p.m. sharp. Now, in this video, all of the footage with the Christmas lights was filmed between 3:30 and 4:30 p.m., just at dusk. So if you want to see the Christmas lights, I suggest being there around that time as well. There is no time limit for how long you can explore Butchart Gardens, but it takes about an hour to an hour and a half to walk through the gardens, so plan accordingly. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, I'd really appreciate if you would like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications on my future videos of travels around British Columbia, and hopefully, when things are back to normal, around the rest of the world. Remember, take time to travel. Catch you on the next one.